This is the plaintiff, Thomas Harris. He says he left his jewelry at a grocery store before he was hauled off to jail and asked the defendant to go pick it up for him for safekeeping. The defendant returns some of the items to him but refuses to give back the ring. She's left him no other choice but to bring her to court to get his valuable property back. He's suing for $3,084.99, the amount he's owed. This is the defendant, Rebecca Holmes. She says she had a relationship with the plaintiff, and the ring in question was an engagement ring he gave her when he was in jail. She can't believe that two-timing guy now wants it back when it was for the promise of marriage. Bottom line, that ring is hers to do with as she pleases, so he can just bug off because he isn't getting it back. She's accused of holding on to the bling. The defendant has filed a countersuit for $3,000 for emotional distress, defamation of character, and pain and suffering.
All parties, please raise your right hands. Be seated and come to order, please. Litigants have been sworn, Your Honor.
Thank you, Douglas.
Welcome,
okay, Thomas Harris, you
Yes,
are
ma'am.
suing Rebecca Holmes for $3,084.99 that you say you are due, most of that for a diamond ring she won't return to you, and $2,000 in stress and aggravation. You got a counterclaim against him for essentially the same thing, just stress, pain, suffering, defamation of character for $3,000. Okay, Mr. Harris, talk to me. What's going on?
Okay, now when I first met Rebecca, I was with another female. Okay, she knew this. We were just having sex. That was it. So I went and I purchased a ring. I purchased a ring at Gordon Jewelry on the 17th of December, and I gave it to the other female. All right, and in January, me and the other female broke up. So I took the ring. So she gave me the ring back. I took the ring and I put it on my chain. I put it here on the chain.
Okay.
And I would wear it, and Rebecca would tell me, "Why you wearing that ring? You shouldn't be wearing it around your chain." I said, "This is mine. I paid for it. I can do whatever I want to do with it." All right. So now.
So you're having intimate relations with her while you're with the other girl who you bought an engagement ring for?
It's not an engagement ring. It was like more like a friendship ring.
Okay.
For the other female.
Okay.
Right.
And then with her, there's nothing.
That's nothing with her.
That's just raw animal sex.
That was it.
Okay, go on.
That was it. Okay, so I get arrested. Now, mind you, me and the other female, we broke up. I get arrested, and I leave my jewelry in the grocery store, and I tell the guy.
Why do you leave your on purpose?
No, because the parole officer was at the house, and when I
Because
seen
you're
him,
on parole and you're not supposed to be out by the in the grocery store?
No. This is at 12 o'clock and noon, 12 noon.
Okay, why are you getting arrested?
Because I broke curfew violation. That's what they tried to say.
But not at that moment,
No.
on a previous moment.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay, so now when I see them, I don't want to take my jewelry to jail because the chain is a $2,500 chain and the watch is a $1,000 watch and the earring is $899. All right, so I don't want to take none of that. I don't want to take none of that to jail with me. So I give it to the guy in the store. I said, give it to my cousin.
And then what happens though?
Okay, so he gave it to my cousin though. He gave it to my cousin's boyfriend, Black. So, but Black in turn gave it to her. So when I found that out, I called my cousin Chico.
Why did he give it to her? Did you tell him to?
And while I was in jail, while I was in the precinct, I told Rebecca to go pick it up for me. All my jewelry.
Yeah,
from the store.
So you had authorized that Rebecca go pick up all the jewelry.
yes.
All right, and what happens? Does she?
Yes, she went and she picked it. No, she didn't pick it up. Black gave it to her.
Okay, all right.
Okay, so now when I get out of jail, I know, before I told them to go get my jewelry.
How long were you in jail for?
About 68, 70 days.
70 days?
Yes.
And then what happened?
I called Chico and I told Chico.
No, what happened with your case, I mean?
They
Is it
threw
pending
it out.
or is it over
no,
with?
They threw it out right here. I got the paperwork.
So you're back on parole?
I have 5 years to do.
Okay, what was the underlying offense for?
Attempt murder and stuff like that.
Oh, and stuff like that?
Yeah.
Like what stuff like that?
Shooting at drug dealers because they had robbed me and stuff like that. They robbed me.
Stuff like that?
Yeah.
All right, go on.
And while I was there.
How long did you serve in?
8 years, 6 months, 24 days.
Okay. So go on.
All right, so
when you meet him, how long have you been dating him before he ends up in jail?
Well, not approximately. I met him in September. The relationship. Well, I can't even say it was a relationship. It was.
Okay, well, at least you guys are in agreement on that.
Yeah, I'm saying like we wasn't even involved.
How long did you know him before? Let me rephrase it. How long were you having intimate relations with him before he went to jail?
About 2 months.
2 months.
Yes.
And then he goes to jail for a good 2.5 months, and then all of a sudden he loves you, right?
I don't know whether he was trying to string me along because he needed somebody because of his situation.
Do you think? You know, the minute that let me just tell you something, because I was a prosecutor for a long time.
Telling me what
and a criminal judge and a prosecutor for 17 years. As soon as they're going to jail, they all love you.
Exactly.
Because they need somebody to accept those collect calls and make those payments and run that money and do this and do that and just do the everyday errands, okay? But, you know, that's you who falls for it. I don't fall for it.
Listen.
So all of a sudden, now what? You're engaged?
During the course of...
Why do you keep the ring?
Out of anger, really, out of anger, because a lot of things has transpired since I severed ties with this man.
Okay.
He could have came at any given time and got the ring.
Okay, so then what happens?
He could have came at any time and got it. No, this man has called ACS on me. He had detectives calling my job.
Wait, hold on one second. What's ACS, Child Protection?
Yes. He told my neighbors things.
How do you know he called ACS?
The reason why I know it was him, because he's told my neighbor. I have a statement from my neighbor.
Hand me that. Did you call ACS on it?
No, ma'am.
He told my neighbor on the second. They came on the third.
That would be a really wretched thing to do, right?
No, ma'am.
To mess up children and because of revenge?
No, ma'am. No.
Okay.
What she's trying to do is she's trying to sabotage the case about the ring. She want to put all this in there.
You didn't do that?
No, ma'am. I wouldn't even think about doing that like that.
Now, what is this? This is an affidavit from
my neighbor.
I, Sharon Williams, will attest to the following statements. I was approached by Mr. Harris in the grocery store. He had initiated the conversation in which he stated he was out to ruin Ms. Rebecca Holmes' life. I guess this was after you refused to return the ring. He also stated he was going to call ACS on her.
That was on the second. ACS arrived at my house on the third. Also,
what'd they do?
They said that they had a claim, report filed saying that I leave my daughter in the house by herself at night.
How old is she?
She just turned 6. I live with my 25-year-old son who's currently going to school for criminal justice, and I would never leave my daughter in the house by herself. And it was okay for my son to be minding my daughter when he wanted to roll in the hay. You know, those nights, but I never lived with him, which he tried to make me lie to his parole officer.
Why did you choose the ring? Because the ring was bought for another woman while he was busy in the hay, as you say?
No.
With you?
Because prior to him being released, he had sent his cousin and his cousin's wife over to retrieve his jewelry, his chain, and
and therefore, why was it the ring that you kept?
Because he told me I could keep the ring.
Do you have the ring here?
Yes, I do.
Let me see the ring. Go ahead.
Okay, if I wanted to give her the ring at any point in time, it would never have been on this cross when I got arrested. You understand? It was on here.
No, I understand. Do you understand that I also know that when guys go to jail and they don't know how long they're going to be in jail, it's really good to have a woman on the outside who's busy being your loud boy, taking care of whatever it is that you need to do?
While I was in jail,
you pointing your finger and yelling at me? That did not just happen.
No, ma'am.
Okay, good. So put the hands down.
Judge,
the hands down.
While I was in jail,
take it down a couple of notches.
Okay.
When you wear the black dress, you can bring it up a couple of notches. Until then, you need to slow your roll. Okay? Now, tell me when you broke up with him.
The night that my mother died, he wanted to discuss the ring, and I just lost it. It wasn't like, it's jewelry to me. It's not that important. He could have waited the next day to ask me about the ring.
So you guys get into it?
When I got out the car, I got my daughter out the car, and I was like, this is over. This is over, because I felt more angry because his timing couldn't have been any worse.
Of course.
What kind of relationship he had with his mother, if he gonna discuss something so mundane as a ring on the night, he could have waited the next day. My mother's body wasn't cold, and he's asking me about a ring.
All right.
He's asking me about a ring, and it's not about, regardless of whatever way he classified the sex fest, because that's what we could call it now. But if it was that, how was I the one coming to see you? How was I the one you to meet me on the court date? He even wanted me to perjure myself to his along with the person that he has as a witness, I got a letter here. He wanted us, he told me what to tell this man. It's in his handwriting. It's dated. This is what he wanted us to say to the parole board in regard to his curfew, so he can get his get out of jail free card.
He was willing to get you to lie.
Yes. He wanted me to.
Welcome back to the People's Court. Harvey Levin outside the Times Square Information Center. So, is it possible this guy was using this chick and was basically saying, I'll give her a ring and then make sure I got somebody on the outside to do my dirty work for me?
I think it could be possible. I mean, it sounds very true.
Plausible that he gave her the ring or just asked her to keep the ring? What do you think?
That he gave her the ring. I think he wanted someone to do his dirty work while he was in jail.
So he was using her? Is that the deal?
Definitely. I've worked in prison and I heard inmates say these things about girls who come to visit, that she's going to be my this and that until I get out.
I love that. Boy, dumb luck to have you down here inside the courtroom.
I can't begin to tell you how sorry I am for taking you through this mess I made or began. To tell you I miss you, but for now I need you. And Butch, are you Butch? You Butch? To come to Kikaris Islands. Rikers? Oh, yeah. Rikers Island Judicial Center at 9 a.m. to help me out of this mess. Please speak on my behalf. Please speak on my behalf. Butch, number one, Butch. He's always home. I see him when I use the bathroom. I hear him when I talk on the phone. I hear him and Rebecca all the time. That's what he wants Butch to say.
And yes.
Even though you're nothing but a booty call. Okay. Number two, Rebecca. I lived with Thomas for 3 months. Did you live with him?
Never.
On and off. But for the month of January, I'll have been staying at his house for the whole month up until his arrest. I'm always there before 7 p.m., which I guess is curfew time. Tell Butch what to say, but it has to be like I'm always home.
No, Your Honor, this letter right here, she asked me to write something for her so she can have it. And I said, okay, I'll write you something, because she said, I'll come and I'll help you. I said, no, I don't need no help because it's on the curfew violation, as you can see from the thing that I gave you, all right? She said, well, just write me a letter. I said, you want me to write you a letter? And I wrote her a letter.
You wrote her a letter? This is you coaching her about what you need her and Butch to say.
No, man, I didn't need them to say anything.
Now, you got a counterclaim against him for $3,000 for emotional distress and defamation of character and pain and suffering. What character of yours was he defaming?
He said I was on that ACS claim. He said I leave my daughter in the house by herself.
Do you have any proof that he filed the ACS claim? Or you just feel it in... No, I'm pretty sure it's not proof. You just feel it in your gut. Do you have any proof he filed it?
I haven't spoken to him since this guy.
Rebecca,
Mr. Harris, since
Rebecca,
the
listen to me. I want you both to listen to me, okay? I want you both to listen to me. You're toxic for each other. Stay away from each other, okay? I think that you came to that realization when he's bringing up something like this on the day that your mother passes, okay? You're done. You're better than this. Move on. Go find yourself a guy who doesn't get busted or sleep with you. Why do women do this? Do you really think it's going to be different? Because I love him and I'm going to change him. He slept around on his girlfriend with me because I'm just so hot that he couldn't help it, but he would never do that to me. Why do you think that? Don't you understand that the guy who you cheat with is going to cheat on you later? Twas ever thus and will always be so, okay? So just use your brains, okay? And I can't even begin to tell you how much you need to use your brains because you are just making mistakes left and right constantly.
I know.
I don't know if with all your legal troubles you've had with attempted murder and 8 years in and parole violations, everything, I hope that along that course there has been a lawyer who has sat down with you and told you, are you out of your mind? Do you understand that there may be somebody who asks for this now from this courtroom when this airs? Sure. Do you understand that? Do you understand that? This is a person who you treated not as a woman and as a relationship. All we did was have sex. And then you put your jewelry in her hands? I mean, you're just one bad decision after another. One bad decision after another. All right, all that having been said, here's how it's going to shake out. Got it? As for the ring, I think you and I both know that the ring is supposed to go back to him. That's why you said things like, oh, he could have picked it up anytime, he this, he that. You just wanted to make your point because you wanted to make him suffer and go through this because you feel that he's the one who made you suffer with the ACS call. But at the end of the day, we both know this is where the ring belongs, okay? Now, as for stress and aggravation, you have got to be kidding me. Okay, that would be a no. And as for your counterclaim for $3,000 against him, unless you can prove to me that he filed that false claim, you can't get $3,000 for defamation of character and all that because you have to be able to prove it. And you don't have the proof. I mean, he may be the only person with a grudge against you, or there may be a lot of people with a grudge against you, or you may actually leave your kid alone. I have no idea what the truth of that is, but just like he has to prove his case, you have to prove yours. And you're unable to prove yours. So on your counterclaim against him, 0. On his claim against you, you have the ring in your pocket. That's the end of the discussion.
Hold on right there, please.
Well, let's find out what the defendant expected out of this. So what she got out of this was really nothing. Come on in here. What's your feeling coming out?
No, I got rid of him. I got rid of him.
That's addition by subtraction.
Exactly, a 0.
All right, wait a minute. Did you love him?
No, I love my children and my family who loves me.
So why'd you let him? Did you let him use you? You think?
No, I didn't. No, I'm not. I wasn't born yesterday, and if I was, I stayed up all night.
Okay. All right, step on out here and tell me what you think of the outcome here. You got the ring back.
That's all I want, was my ring back. You know what I'm saying? She's a thief, and you know it showed in that. That's what she do. She steals from people. That's it.
That's what happened here. She stole a ring. I mean, you invited her into the relationship, right? I mean,
no, she invited herself into the relationship. But when I left my jewelry with her, she just took it upon herself to keep the ring. She's a thief.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
All right. You're done with her.
All right, done.
Okay, Harvey.
Okay, Kurt, you know, if this really were an engagement ring, in most states she'd be allowed to keep it, but this relationship was not about marriage, it was just about sex. And that will do it for this case. Litigants for the next case on the way into the courtroom right now.